Get along with the chickens? Hopefully they get along and stop flirting with each other. Hopefully they don't try and make a tuckin'. Half turkey, half chicken. What's up, my YouTube people? Thanks for coming back to see just what I do today. It's a kind of soggy day here in Colorado. It had a really good rain last night. Hope you're having a great day. As you can see, we are in the pen with Gobble and Wobble. I've got them eating, so hopefully they'll be a little less feisty. Now, what are we doing today? Today is going to be, or this video is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to be finished sealing the feed bunk, and then I'm also going to be trimming their wing. Now, I've got them eating, as I said before. Hopefully they'll be less feisty. Keyword there, hopefully. I'm going to bring them out one at a time, and I'm going to show you the coverts, and which are the remedies, and the difference between pinning and trimming. So, and which feathers I'm going to trim, and why we're only going to trim one wing. So as soon as they finish chowing down, I'll let one of them out of this little pen, and we'll attempt to trim a wing. This is my first time, and they are huge. I mean, look at the size of their feet alone. They're like frickin' ostrich feet. They're huge. So that is what we're going to attempt today. And standing here looking at their wings, I think we should be okay. Because I don't see any bloodline or anything going through the wings. Because you want to make sure there's no blood going through the wing feathers before you go trimming them. As you can see on his, he's like, stop it, I'm eating. I don't see any blood. So we will be able to trim his feathers. Because if you see any red going through the shaft of the feather, that means there's still blood going through there. That means they're still growing. And if you cut that, it's kind of like cutting the quick of a dog's toenail. It's extremely hard to stop. So I've been waiting to make sure that they're done growing their big bird feathers, is what I like to call them. So once we do that, we can start taking them over to the garden. I have a little mini chicken tractor I can always put them in if I'm worried about them getting out still. But this way they can come out, wander around, and have fun. Hopefully, not take off. But yeah, so that's what we're going to attempt to do today, is trim their wings. Now tomorrow, and clean all that up. That's a mess in there after the rain. Tomorrow, we're going to attempt to finish sealing this feed bunker. Again, it rained last night, or I'd do it today. But as you can tell, I have to first power wash off the top. The dang chickens got up there and crapped all over it. So now I gotta power wash off the top, scrape and power wash off the top. And then let that dry, and hopefully I'll be able to seal this tomorrow. So this will be a two-part video, as I said before. So I'm going to go over and do some other chores real quick while they chow down. Then when I come back, I'll set up the camera, and we'll hopefully trim a turkey wing or two. Here we go. Okay, I went and wrangled some help because it's easier with two people. As you can see, the one behind us is not too happy. And apparently they're both boys. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about real quick, as you can tell on his feathers, if you can get him to stretch them out, that there isn't any Mr. Wiggles. I just didn't want to yank on him and hurt his wing as he pulled backwards. Okay. As you can see on his wing real quick, that there isn't any blood going through the shaft of these long feathers. Now these feathers here, these long ones are called, they're the flight feathers, they're called remiges. That's what we're going to be cutting today. The other ones, these ones, this line here with these little shorter ones, those are called coverts. But we're not touching those today, we're only touching the remiges, which are these long ones here. But we're going to use the coverts as a guide. As you can see, a straight line guide across the remiges. And then after we get that done, I'll tell you the difference between pinning and trimming.
That's a horrible position.
Okay, as I said before, we are just going to trim along this line all the way across the wing on one wing. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to only do one wing, because if you do both wings, they can adapt. And now it's just going to lay there. He's like, what just happened? You broke me. You were hooked in your own head. See? Just fine. No problem. One more to go. Now the difference between pinioning and trimming. Trimming is where you bust the joint on the wing, and that is permanent. Now, trimming we will have to do again when it goes to molt. But this way, they can still have some aerial lift, but it's a little more difficult to do. One done, another one to go. I'm not going to show doing the other one. And we're just going to try and hurry up and get it done because he's not looking too happy at the moment. And these damn things are huge. They're the biggest of all the turkeys. But that one's a little confused at the moment. Now they have never pecked on me before, but they are rather intimidating because I'm used to ducks, turkeys, and ducks, chickens, and quails. They're a bit smaller. But yeah, that one's done. Didn't hurt him at all. So this way he might be able to go out in the yard, might do it one at a time. I don't know yet. I have to let them get used to being in the big pen with the chickens. Hopefully they don't fight. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to trim the other one's wings and see how well this goes. So there they are. Now they're flirting with each other and apparently they're both boys. We did the opposite wing on the other one, so I can always tell when I go to let them out. Wow, there's one a lot bigger than the other. But they are seriously big. They're flirting with each other at the moment. And they're both boys. And they're brothers. And as you can see, trimming their wings does not hurt them. Pinioning will. I don't like pinioning. That means you gotta bust the main joint. But yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone for a couple minutes before I go letting the chickens out. So they get used to being in the bigger pen. As you can see, I dropped the panel. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they get along with the chickens. Hopefully they get along and stop flirting with each other. And hopefully they don't try and make a tucking. Half turkey, half chicken. Well, I've got the pen all cleaned up and scraped out, all the muck out, and new hay in. That's all the piles you see. And as you can tell, everybody is together now. I dropped that panel. Now that panel is just sitting there just in case something happens. You know, the chickens have been over here with the turkeys before, and they were okay with it to the most part, but sometimes they attacked them, but who knows how things are going to go. I left it in there just in case I have to separate someone real quick. Yes, I gave them more food, and they're all over there being little pigs in theirs. I have the top of that all ready to be sealed tomorrow. Have it all cleaned off. That was a really mean chicken, smashed that duck. But anyways, I have it all cleaned off, sprayed off, scraped off, all the crap off of it, literally. And I put some covers over the top so they can't get up there and crap all over it again. So far so good with everybody. Just have to wait and see to make sure everybody's going to get along. Hopefully they do, cross your fingers. Now I won't show you the whole process of sealing that tomorrow. I'll show you the Cliff Notes version, maybe the sped up version. Okay? Everybody's getting curious on what they have. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to lie, it was very intimidating doing that. But trying to hold the camera and explain what I was doing, and having it be the very first time we've ever done that, I thought it was better to go get help, so I went and got my dad. So thank you to my dad for his help. But once I was in there for a bit with him, it was a little less intimidating. I'll get over it, it's just that I'm so used to the small guys, and these guys are huge. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling, and we'll seal that tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody seems to be mingling, well, so far. Except for it looks like they kind of don't like the ducks. But, oh well, they'll all get along eventually. I think the ducks are just shocked because they used to be the biggest ones in here. Not anymore. Wobble's way over there by the gate, trying to figure out how I got out. But that is the whole reason why I trimmed their wings, is so eventually they will come out with me. Once we get a little more used to each other. And I did the right side on one turkey and the left side on the other turkey. I don't remember if I said that already, but that's just so I know who I brought out. So when I go to bring out this one, because it's the left wing, if I go to bring out another one the next day, I'm like, oh, nope, you're the left wing, let's grab the other guy. So that way you can tell them a little more apart. But everybody's doing good so far. They've never had so much space before, so they're a little lost. But this pen is just big enough for this many birds. Any more and I'd have to make it bigger. But for now, I think it's just fine. I'm not getting any more anytime soon, unless a lot of them croak on me, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. So, again, we'll finish this video off tomorrow. Okay, my YouTube people, it's the following day now. And trying to get this done before the rain comes along. But today we are going to be finishing the feed bunker that I redid a while ago, like a week ago. This is what I'm going to be using to seal it. It's the same stuff I used on the chicken house, not the chicken house, the quail house a while ago. But it says it's clear, but no it's not. It has a slight tint to it. But that's okay. Doesn't matter as long as this stuff is sealed so it doesn't swell and all that happy ass crap. Yesterday I got all the crap off of here. Literally. I've got my little foamy brush I'm going to use to get in the cracks and crevices and try and really slather it on, so hopefully this will last a while. As you can tell, I've got the chickens put away. I've got the turkeys pinned up on the other side. Yeah, they're all pinned up over there. They were eaten. As you can tell, they knocked their feed bowl down. But they're on the other side, so I could do this without them sneaking up on me. So, let's finish this dang project. I got it all stirred up and ready to go. So, I'll probably put you on a time lapse because no one wants to see this in slow motion. So, I'm going to show you some of it, and then I'm going to finish it, and then I'll show you the finished project, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get started. You kind of get the point, so I'm going to speed this up, do a little time lapse, and then I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. have it, guys. Finally got that finished. Had a little rain delay even, so that made me have to go inside and wait a little bit longer. But we finally have that all sealed. As you can see, it's a slightly tan color. Still a little wet, but that's okay. Also because it got rained on, but it's okay, it'll still dry. So that is stained and sealed now. So when the wintry, cold, wet crap comes around, it'll help keep them dry and their feed dry and all that happy ass crap, and somewhere out of the cold and ick to eat their feed. So finally got that done. That's one more thing off my list. It was a little difficult doing this side. Wasn't much space. I kept getting a hand cramp. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling in this video. Let me know down below on how you think I did. And also let me know on what you liked about this video. There's a little pain in the butt helper. So anyways, I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching Just What I Do Today. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I think you might like what I got going on. It's a little bit of just what I do every day. You never know what you might get on Tuesday videos. Could be cooking, could be working on a vehicle, could be just showing the cute little puppies run around. Who knows? Now my Friday videos are completely different. We might go mushroom hunting, we might go hiking, we might go fishing. Or all of the above. So again, thanks for watching Just What I Do Today. Please subscribe. Ring that notification bell to get notified every time I post. I'll catch you next time on Just What I Do. Thanks for watching. Gonna let these guys out now.